Okay, hi, I'm Dr. Kalani, and I'm here with Val Vesely. She's been on the program for a while for autoimmune, and we're going to ask her a few questions, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her experiences here at Optimal Health. Welcome, Val.
Thank you, Susan.
And so tell me, I want to hear a little bit about what obstacles would have prevented you from starting this program. What were some of the thought processes you had prior to beginning this that would have kept you from starting this program?
I felt so miserable for so long prior to coming in here that there wasn't a thing that was going to stop me from going ahead with this. And if there was any stumbling block, it would have been the expense. Mm-hmm. But I was in such a bad place that I was willing to do it all. I just could not handle my life the way it was.
So some of the things that you heard in the workshop or through your initial consultations made sense to you about how the program would proceed when you spoke with me in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great. And so what did you find as a result of starting the program? When you first started, the first couple weeks or the first couple months in the program, what were some of the things that you found that were beneficial or not beneficial for you?
I think for the first few weeks, it was more of a holding pattern. And you were educating me about different aspects of what was going to happen. Going gluten-free, because I hadn't gone gluten-free, I don't think, until, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
3 or 6 weeks after I started. But I was just, whatever you told me, I did it to the letter. Because I had nothing to lose. That's how miserable I was.
How long were you suffering before this?
Years.
Decades or just years? Or
for sure, 5 absolutely rotten years. And before that, I was complaining to my general GP for years. 10, 12, 15. How tired I was all the time. So.
And besides being tired, what were some of the other issues that you had? Aches or pains? Or
and that was getting worse.
Aches and pains were getting worse?
Yes, the aches and pains were just, and I'm a big exercise freak, so it's like everything in my body can be cured with exercise. So I just kept feeling, I'm not doing this enough, I'm not doing that enough, and I'm getting older, so I gotta rev it up twice as much, or something, but that wasn't working either.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and so you did lose some weight.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I did lose some weight.
And, okay, all right, good. So you lost weight, and you feel like you can exercise more and have more energy for doing the things that you love to do, playing tennis and
yes.
boating. Okay, and, great. And so what are some of the other benefits that you felt from the program? Anything else that you felt in terms of you were sleeping better blood sugars,
Just everything that you spoke about. I didn't realize that when you grab something, when you're hungry, that it ended up really to be high in sugar. Mm-hmm. And just relearning those habits of what do you grab, when do you grab it, what do you pair it with, not enough water, just on and on. Mm-hmm. But especially the snacking was a big issue. Mm-hmm. And just learning about the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, big stuff. That's all really
in
important
everything.
Stuff. Yeah.
That was in my refrigerator.
Yeah.
So eliminating all that.
Yeah, and it takes time. It takes time. So I recall that it took you a little while till you started feeling better. And
it did. But, I was all open for any and all suggestions.
Okay. All right. And would you recommend this product to somebody else or this service to anybody else?
Oh, I have to everybody I see.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, by the way, for the referral. We appreciate it. And is there anything else that you want to add about your experiences here? I know sometimes it's a lot of information coming at you, but one of the benefits of doing this for a few months is that you start getting, like you were saying, more educated, more aware. You can start making changes because it does take time. And so is there anything that you want to add that you thought was particularly helpful, over time for you?
It was probably just the educational process
Mm-hmm.
that I always felt that we ate very healthy. All my friends thought we ate very healthy. And then you realize that there's so many substitutes
For good food.
that you can make, and it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. The big ingredient is net sugar. It's just an educational process. Just reading all the labels.
Yeah. And do you remain gluten-free?
And I remain gluten-free. And if I don't, my body tells me.
Okay.
So it's not hard to stay on the straight and narrow
No,
with
it's
that.
not.
It's like, how lousy do you want to feel?
Yeah.
So I don't want to feel that way.
Well, I have to say that you look terrific. Your skin is glowing. You do have a lot of energy, and we appreciate you taking the time to share your experiences here.
Oh, thank you. I have one little tidbit. I hadn't seen one gal that I played tennis with, and she knew me pre-no gluten and the year, this past year, when I went gluten-free. And she got injured last year, so she did not see me about the last 4 months of tennis. And this year, she's back. And as we were picking up balls, she was telling me, she said, I've gone gluten-free. And I said, you have? I said, oh my gosh. Because I did notice a difference in her when she approached me before we went onto the courts. And I said, whatever made you do that? And she says, you.
Nice.
She said, you look so healthy, and you're just so fit that I wanted to look like that too.
Oh, inspirational. How nice.
And I thought, what a nice compliment.
Yes, it is. That is a nice compliment. Yeah. And it's a true compliment, too.
Yes, it was. It was.
Well, great. Anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Val. I appreciate your time.